right, guys, what is up? It's Curmudgeon Jones. I'm back with another one of these little chit chats about me, how I'm doing, my week in review and stuff like that. I'm gonna hop right into it and just kind of talk about what's been going on with me this week. I'm gonna move the notepad over there so that I took some notes on stuff I kind of wanted to talk about. I'll just put it here. You'll be able to see it in my glasses, but whatever, I don't care. All right, so the beginning of this week, I'll be honest, I felt pretty terrible. Like, DnD was horrible. I didn't have fun at all. I have to make a new character, which I'll talk about later. And so I was kind of riding a low off of that. And then weird stuff was happening, like with my personal life and like with friends, and then all this crap with my cousin was going on, and that had me stressed out, and I just kind of got really burnt out and overwhelmed with people. And so I just kind of needed a few days to just get over that burnout and that kind of overwhelmed feeling. And so I took a few days off and didn't really do much of anything other than like the basic habits that are really easy to do. That's why there weren't very many new YouTube videos this week. The only ones that came out on any of the channels were ones that I already had recorded and uploaded and scheduled. So some Nuzlocke stuff, and I think a Heroes of the Storm video. I don't even remember at this point, but honestly, I'm super demotivated to record content because that game being put on maintenance mode. It just sucks because I started recording that stuff like literally a week before they announced that the game was going to be on maintenance mode, and I had already like done all the work to schedule it and upload it and stuff because I was like excited to try to play the game and maybe get back into it. And we'll see. I still have some ideas for stuff I want to do, but I don't know. My enthusiasm for that game is just so freaking dead right now because of the maintenance mode thing. So it's just a culmination of a lot of stuff that had me really down and bummed out. And honestly, I just felt like I felt burnt out, like just overwhelmed, too much stress, too many crappy interactions with too many people. And I was just, man, I was done for a few days. I'm thankful to my friend, Jacob. He kind of talked me through it all and reached out and asked me how I was doing and let me just kind of rant to him for a little while. And even though I was ranting and like really bummed out and down about everything that was going on, he still listened to me and was still positive and made me feel a lot better. So I really appreciate him doing that. Yeah, because that helped me a lot, honestly. It really did. So yeah. Thank you to him. Yeah. Thanks to anybody else who helped this week. I don't want to make anybody else feel bad by pointing out the fact that he was there for me and helped me, but that's just the truth. He was there for me and helped me, and no one else really has been. I mean, you know, so it is what it is. I don't want this to be a totally negative one though, so we're going to move on to some of the positives. I'm not like bummed or sad or like really negative today. I woke up at 6:30 a.m. I'm recording this at like 3 in the afternoon after having done some stuff today, and I'm just tired today. I'm low energy because lack of sleep and waking up early, and I woke up and I walked 2 miles, so that's awesome. I was pretty excited about that. I'm trying to do 2 miles in the morning and 2 miles in the evening. That's my current goal, and then I'll hopefully build that up as I go. That way I'm still doing the 4 miles that I was doing, but I'm not doing it all at one time. So I'm hoping to avoid the blisters and being so sore that I can't or don't feel like walking the next day. So yeah, if I sound like super down and low and bummed, it's literally just because I'm tired and low energy right now. It's not because I'm bummed. I feel good today. I felt good yesterday. I felt really good for the last like 3 or 4 days. So I've been doing better. Like I said, the beginning of my week, I was just burnt out and done. And I needed some time to recoup and recover from that. So I didn't stick to my habits as well as I could have. I have still read every day and meditated every day. And those definitely make me feel a lot better. It makes me feel a lot better in the morning, for sure. It kind of starts my day on a positive note, being able to meditate and read. I usually meditate and then read. And I think I'm going to try to keep that trend going even when I go back to work. I'm going to try to get up early enough that I can still do those things. I want to get up early enough that I can walk at least like maybe a mile in the morning. I may not be able to get up early enough to walk 2 miles. and meditate and read. That's my hope. But we'll see. I might have to get up at like 5:30 for that. I don't know if I can keep that up. I don't know if that's sustainable. I just know how I am. I'm not a morning person. I just get up in the mornings because I have to. All right, let's get back to my notepad here. So the woman that I've talked about in a couple of these videos now, you know, that I had problems with, things have been really, really good the past few days. I'm not going to lie. I think I'm starting to get used to being friends with her. Obviously, I still have feelings for her. Like, it's going to take a long time for those to go away. If they ever, I don't know if they ever will completely go away. But I've really enjoyed just not worrying, not wondering what's going on, not overthinking it, not obsessing about what's going on, and just trying to like go with the flow and just have good conversations with her. That's all I've been focused on doing. And it's been really nice. She is a good friend. It just sucks that this is how we ended up becoming friends, because it just, yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird situation, but I am enjoying her company. I'm enjoying having her in my life. I'm enjoying talking to her basically every day. And so, yeah, I'm just going to keep going with the flow. I'm seeing what happens. Yeah, I don't know. She's just a cool, intelligent person that I enjoy having conversations with. And we usually have really good conversations. Sometimes they're serious, sometimes they're not. Either way, I still like, I feel better after I talk to her than before. And I can't say that about conversations I have with very many people. Most of the time I feel pretty drained when I talk to people, but I don't really feel like that when I talk to her. So that situation is going better for sure. I feel a lot better about it. Yeah. So I'm just going to keep trying to be chill, focus on being friends, try to put myself first, and just let what happens with her happen with her. Because I can't, obviously I can't force anything to happen. Oh, I reinstalled dating apps. Honestly, I think dating apps are a huge waste of time and a big mistake. But because I don't really like going out and doing much, I spend most of my time at home or indoors. And I just don't feel like really doing any of the things where I would meet people. I don't know how else to really meet people. The only like things that I've considered wanting to do, I don't think it would be like a way of meeting women. It would be like, I might want to go play Magic the Gathering in person, or I might want to go play Warhammer, or might want to go play DnD at my game shop that's about an hour away. So I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if you guys have met your girlfriend's, significant others, wives, or whatever at those places. But I highly doubt that that's what it would be. I don't like drinking, so I don't really want to go to a bar. I definitely don't want to go to a club. Like, the only way I would go to a club is if I've already had, like, a girlfriend or something and she wanted to go and do stuff. That would be it. It's just not my thing. Yeah, so I'm not sure what to do other than dating apps. So that's why I have them installed. I've had a few, like, willy-nilly, like, conversations that haven't really turned into anything. Most people are just, like, super boring through text. They don't say anything. They don't give you anything to work with. They don't give you anything to have a conversation about. They give like one-word answers, and they don't ask you any questions, and they don't expand on the conversation. People are just bad, I think, at having conversations, especially through text. They're really bad at it. So it seems really difficult to find someone who is genuinely excited to like have a conversation and genuinely knows how to have a conversation. So that hasn't gone great so far, but whatever. It's not like it's gonna hurt my feelings if I don't find anyone on there. I'm trying to just be okay with the fact that I might be single forever, and it is what it is. If there isn't someone that comes along that really I feel like makes my life better and improves my life and makes me happier, then I don't really want it. You know, I don't want to have to struggle and fight and be upset and worry and deal with all this nonsense. I would rather just be by myself, and not deal with people. Like, that's just kind of the point that I'm getting to. Like, if someone doesn't like add value to my life and I don't enjoy talking to them or hanging out with them or whatever, then I don't care to maintain that friendship or relationship. I just don't anymore. I don't have the energy to fight people to be in my life and fight them to be my friend or my girlfriend or whatever. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm just going to do my thing, try to be as content as I can be, and try to focus on doing the stuff that I enjoy, and try to focus on being the best version of myself I can be. That's kind of the goal right now. So yeah, dating apps are stupid. They suck. I don't recommend them. Unless maybe you're the type of person that just like wants to have hookups or whatever and isn't actually looking for like real dates and stuff, then maybe it's for you. But even then, I don't know about that either. At least in the area that I'm in. It seems like there's a lot of women that put on their profile, no hookups, not looking for dates, like want something real, blah, 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 blah. And then you like try to have those conversations and like generate something real and like try to go deeper and talk about stuff. And it's like, you get nothing in return. So I don't know. It's just a weird place. Dating apps are such a weird thing. Like I said, my habits were pretty bad. I think the only ones I stuck with every single day this week were meditation and reading. And I think listening to music. I think those are the 3 of the 5 that I stuck to. Walking and YouTube are the hard ones for me right now. Because some days I just don't feel like walking. I don't feel like getting up and doing anything. But I'm trying to get better at that. And have walked the last 3 days in a row. And the YouTube stuff, it's just like some days I don't feel like getting in front of a camera. And I know I'm going to be in a bad mood. I know I'm going to be low energy. And I know it's not going to be exciting. And I know I'm not going to have fun. So I just don't do it. I just choose to play video games or stay in bed and watch stuff or read or whatever, you know. Reading has actually been the thing that I've been enjoying the most lately. I've been enjoying it more than playing video games, more than watching stuff. Like, I don't know. I've just been really enjoying reading lately. So I'm just going to keep that train rolling. I'm going to try to add some habits to my list. Because I've got 3 of them down. I read every day, I listen to music every day, and I meditate every day. And those are pretty easy habits to maintain. So I'm going to try adding some. One of those, the only one that I'm going to talk about with you guys, because I don't really want to talk about the other ones, because they're a bit personal, but I'm going to add playing new games. I'm going to try to spend a half an hour to an hour of playing a new game, like not like necessarily a brand new game, but like a game that I haven't played. My Steam library is ridiculous. I have a huge backlog in my Steam library because I buy things on sale so often. And I've bought them all for, you know, some reason or another. So I feel like I might as well play them at some point. So I'm going to try to just make myself play a new game every day. My only problem, I would love to play new games all the time. I hate learning curves. I really do. I don't like tutorials. I don't like learning curves. I don't like having to learn a new game. I really enjoy the process of when I've got enough figured out that I know what I'm doing and the game is fun. I hate those like first like few play sessions or first like week of a game. It's like, I really don't like learning curves anymore. I would rather like play something and have someone teach me how to play it. And like, I like to skip over that learning curve as fast as possible. But that kind of takes the fun out of like single player and like RPGs and story games and stuff like that. It's kind of pointless to do that. You have to just kind of jump in and play them. So I'm going to try to do that every single day. I probably will not start that until I'm done with my weekly review. So I'll probably start that, I don't know, tomorrow. Copium, hopefully, right? I don't know. And I'll probably record those, obviously, and put them up. And if it's like a game that I feel like I might enjoy, I'll probably record it and just throw it on this channel because why not, right? I might as well record it if I'm going to be playing stuff. That's another thing I struggle with too, is like sometimes I'll feel like playing games, but I don't feel like recording. And like in my head, it feels like a waste to not be recording. It's weird. It's like, I don't know. It's like video games have gotten intermingled with like content creation, and it makes it hard to like just sit and enjoy a video game. I always feel like I should be recording. And so then what I end up doing is I don't feel like recording. And so I end up just not playing the new game, and I just end up like loading up League of Legends and playing ARAM or something stupid. And I gotta get out of League of Legends and Heroes of the Storm, man. If I'm gonna play League of Legends, I'm just gonna play support. I'm gonna play what I think is fun, or I'm gonna play ARAM, and that's it, man. I cannot take that game seriously anymore. I lose my mind. I get so angry and so upset because so many people are just not competitive and they do not care, and it drives me nuts. That being said, I did hit gold 2. I've since fallen to gold 3 because I had 3 games in a row of someone either inting or leaving the game or trolling. And so I lost like 3, maybe 4 games in a row and fell out of gold too. I don't really care if I get platinum, honestly. I just kind of wanted to get gold. And then I had like an 80% win rate. So I wanted to see kind of how far I could go with that. So probably what I'll do is just, now that I've gotten gold, I'll try to just get the honor up on that account. And hopefully get it to where I can actually get the end of season rewards. Because that's all I really care about. Yeah, my self-confidence is getting better. I've been posting stuff to my Instagram and my Snapchat stories and stuff like that. I've been posting more selfies and things like that. My self-confidence and self-worth is getting better. And a lot of that comes with not worrying and not overthinking and not caring what other people think, or like trying to worry about what they think or want. I try to just focus on what I want to do, and as long as I don't feel like I'm doing anything like rude or hurtful or negative towards them, then I just do what I want to do and I keep doing my own thing. And if people can't handle that, then I'm honestly just going to start avoiding them and like cutting people out of my life if they can't like be an adult and let me be who I want to be. Like I'm just so done with people acting like children. So yeah, but that being said, my self-confidence is getting better. YouTube helps a lot with that. Instagram helps a lot with that. Having friends who care about me and like tell me positive things about myself helps with that. I think one thing I need to start doing is doing like daily affirmations. I think that would help me a lot with my self-confidence. That's probably a habit I need to add to that list. Is daily affirmations. So just doing a few I am statements every day of things that I know were true. But to try and put those like positive self-talk things in my head instead of like the negative ones that I seem to have a lot of the time. I think that would help me a lot. And I think a gratitude journal would help me a lot too. Just doing like daily gratitude, I think would help a lot. But I'm trying to just kind of like keep things simple and like build up these habits and get them consistent first. But I think those would be 2 good ones for me to add on top of the other things that I'm thinking about adding. So because I'm going to do my weekly review today. I do it on Saturdays every week. I do a weekly review of how I did with my habits and like things that I've remembered or things that I thought about or things that I want to change, or like if I want to add new habits or whatever. I'm going to do that every week and just kind of rethink my week and see what maybe I did well or what I didn't do well, what I could have done better, whatever. Yeah, because I think that's a good thing to do, is just to reevaluate it and make tweaks as I go forward to the things that aren't working. The books I'm reading, I'm still reading Stop Worrying, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, I think is what it's called. It's by Dale Carnegie. If you're someone who overthinks and struggles with worrying and struggles with anxiety, I would highly recommend reading this book. It's a little bit of an older book, so some of the references are a little weird, and some like the language that they use we don't really use anymore. But it's easy to understand. It's simple. All of the concepts are easy to take and apply. And I don't think I found any that I've just been like, oh, these don't apply in the modern day anymore. I think it's a really well-written book, and I think he did a really good job examining worry and talking about kind of why we do it and ways to stop doing it. And all the different types of worries that we have and all the different types of problems that we have. And he kind of gives you like, each chapter is like a different solution for like a different type of worrying or a different thing that you're doing. I'm only like halfway through it. It's a lot longer book than I thought it was. I'm only reading like a chapter, sometimes 2 a day. If I read in the morning and in the evening, I'll read 2 chapters a day. Yeah, but it's a good book. I think it's really good. I highly recommend it for anybody who has anxiety or worries or overthinks, because I definitely do those things, worry and overthink things. It's helped me a lot. It's helped me have a lot more peace, and meditation has helped out a lot too, because it kind of flushes all that stuff out every time I do it, and it's kind of like a reset for the brain, which is really, really helpful to helping me have a good, like, positive, content day. I'm also reading Overlord, the light novel, still. I don't know if the anime is good or if the manga is good. I don't really like I'll be honest, I don't really like reading manga or comic books. It's the pictures don't really add that much for me. If I wanted visuals, I would probably rather just watch the anime or watch a show. So I may watch the Overlord anime at some point as well, because I'm pretty sure there's an anime for it. I could be wrong. But I like the light novel a lot because I paid, I don't even remember, was it like $10 maybe? And it's pretty long. I'm only like 40% done with it, and I've read at least probably I'd say 10 or 20 pages a day. And it's good. I really like it so far. It hasn't really like ramped up and gotten super interesting yet. But there are like a lot of volumes, so I think there's a lot of story. I actually really like, I'm really starting to like light novels just for like fun, lighthearted entertainment reading that like lets me shut my brain off and just be entertained for a little bit. I was reading these books called Solo Leveling, and I know that they have comic books, well, manga, whatever. And they're actually working on an anime for that too, which is really cool because I like those a lot. But I really like the light novel format because it's not hard to read. So it doesn't really require any effort or thinking to read. It's just pure entertainment, and I enjoy it. So I like reading something that's like self-improvement focused, and then reading something that's entertainment focused as well. Yeah, I really like reading. I've always liked reading when I was a kid, and I just like kind of stopped doing it for a long time. But then I sort of picked it back up whenever I was substitute teaching, and then whenever I was teaching again. And so now I'm really just trying to make it like a part of my daily schedule because I really enjoy it and I feel better after I read. I highly recommend reading. If you don't read, just read like a chapter of some self-help book a day that you think applies to you, and I honestly think it'll help you a lot. I really do. Warhammer, I know I talked about it a lot in the first one of these update videos. It hasn't really manifested. I've got like one friend that's interested in playing, but he's super busy right now and our schedules don't really line up. So he's supposed to be getting a new schedule, I think, soon or in the future. And so maybe we'll be able to play more when that happens, I'm hoping. Warhammer 40k, I'll be honest, is I think a little too overwhelming for me. I think I might like to play it eventually, but I think I probably need to start with like 500 points and then 1,000 points and then 1,500 and then 2,000 and like kind of build my way up to it. 40k is just a lot. I actually think I like the idea of Age of Sigmar better, at least until I've played enough of it that maybe it gets boring because it doesn't have as much complexity. But I really like the amount of complexity in Sigmar versus 40k. I feel like 40k has a little too much. Unless you have someone who is a friend that is going to be patient and is going to be dedicated to sitting you down and teaching it to you. It's a lot. You're just sitting there reading these rule books forever. And it doesn't feel like D&D where it's not like D&D, because in D&D, if you're a new player, you have the DM who tells you, no, you can't do that, or this is how you do this, or this is how you do this thing, or that's how you do that thing, and this and this and this, and so on and so forth. Warhammer doesn't have that. It's like, unless you're playing like with an experienced player that can teach you how to play the game, that also knows how to play the army that you're playing. Like, that's one thing too, is like, I want someone to teach me that knows how to play the armies that I want to play, because then they can tell me what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. If you play with someone who doesn't play your army, they have no idea, and they don't know how to teach you how to play your army. And your army every army plays drastically different than somebody else's. They just do. So 40k maybe is a little too much. But I think Sigmar will be fun if I can get some people to play it with. I may have to join the Warhammer Discords and play on Tabletop Simulator with those people. I think Sigmar would be a lot of fun to play in person too. I think both would be a lot more fun in person, obviously, but that's like such an expensive and time-consuming hobby. I don't think I'll ever do that unless I have like several friends that want to do it, or if I like pay someone else to like assemble and paint my models. I might do that, but that makes it even more expensive. So I don't know. Yeah, I talked about D&D earlier. Last session sucked. There's a conflict. My character is like a good guy, crime fighter, vigilante type of character, and the party decided they wanted to. One person in the party gave an explosive to a guy who blew up an inn. So that was cool. We don't technically know about that one though, so that wasn't that bad. Like, we don't know in character, we don't know about that, so that one didn't bother me that much. And then we decided that we were gonna get this body out of this statue for some reason. I can't remember. It's like has something to do with one of the other players' characters' backstories. Like this guy that knows a lot about him or something. It's his body, and we're trying to figure out like how he got killed or something because he died mysteriously. And we were going through the right methods and means of getting the body out of the statue and being able to examine it. And then some like grave robbers showed up and tried to steal it. And so we had to fight them, and we murdered them instead of, you know, like knocking them unconscious and like maybe getting some information and learning something from them. We just murdered them. And then we kind of like decided that we should leave because we didn't want to get caught for the, like, we didn't want to get in trouble for those crimes because we thought there'd probably be a lot that we could get in trouble for and it might get pinned on us. And so we left, but then the player who like the body had to do with his backstory, he like took the body with him, and like took it back to like the people that were part of my backstory, which was like this ship of sailors that I had been going around with, and like we were a crime fighting group, and I thought we were a bunch of good guys. And I told my captain what was going on, and she was just okay with us bringing this stolen body aboard the ship, which I didn't expect. And so I didn't think my character would do that, and so I stood up to him and I tried to convince them to not do it. And I told them that if you take that body onto the boat and you're all okay with that, then you aren't who I want to be in a party with, and you aren't who you I thought you were, because I didn't think that my crew would do that. It makes, and I'll be honest, it still makes absolutely zero sense to me that my captain and my crew would be okay with that. But, you know, I guess that's, you know, we wanted to railroad the story and force that to happen, so that's what we did. Any obstacles that got in the way of that didn't matter, just disregarded. And so my character left, and I'm now on character number 3. And I'm excited for this character, though. He is going to be a bard. I haven't decided. I'm considering giving him a level in rogue. It's just really hard to not want to just keep leveling up with bard. And I think I actually think I'm probably going to end up not going rogue, as much as it would be nice to get the extra expertise now, because I could add like intimidation or sleight of hand or stealth. I could add some of that stuff to like the skills that I'm already really good with. But if I get to level 10, I'll get, I think, 2 more expertise. So I'll be able to put that in 2 more skills. And then at that point, I think I might reevaluate whether I'll become a rogue or not. But he's a bard, College of Eloquence. He is a persuade talking bard. And he's got a bit of like a criminal background kind of thing going on. So I'm hoping he'll fit more in with the party, because it seems like they want to be bad guys and are okay with breaking the law and doing shady, illegal things. So I'm hoping that a character that has a bit of a criminal background can fit in a little bit more. I'm really, really excited for this character. I think he's going to be a lot of fun. He leans into more what I like to do and the strength that I feel like I have in D&D anyway. I think I'm good at talking to people, and I enjoy RP, and I think I'm pretty good at being the face for the most part. And I think that's when I have more fun than just being in combat. So I think I'm going to enjoy that a lot more. I tried to use this game as a chance to do things that I'm not normally good at, and to try playing things that I don't think I would normally like. And I feel like that was just a bad idea. I feel like I just need to stick to charisma characters and have fun RPing. And this character is like, he has the lowest he can roll in deception is a 20 because of College of Eloquence. The lowest he can get on the actual D20 is a 10. And he has expertise in it, so he has a +10 to deception and a +10 to persuasion. So he's going to be really, really good at convincing and persuading people. That's the goal. And I think I'm going to try to cause a little bit of chaos and like make him kind of like a con man, and try to just mess with people a little bit, and probably mess with the party some too. Try to learn about like what makes them tick and what's going on, and understanding them, and then trying to just have some fun with messing with them a little bit, causing some chaos and some shenanigans, and also trying to like, you know, con people and make money that way. Just because, I don't know, I think it'll just be fun to just mess around and just try to have fun, honestly. I'm tired of taking it serious, so I'm gonna probably try not to take it serious anymore. The last thing I want to talk about is school is going to be starting back up in a couple weeks. I am teaching world history and American history for high schoolers this year. Oh, and an elective. And so I'm going to get a lot busier. I'm going to be working, you know, from like 7 o'clock to probably like 4 o'clock. It's probably about when I'll get home every day, unless I have to tutor. So I'm going to get a lot busier here in the next couple weeks, and it's going to be an adjustment for me to get used to that again. So if content is a little slow for a while, or if I'm, you know, different, or, you know, weird stuff's going on with me, just know that that's why I'm getting back on a normal human sleeping schedule. I'm trying to go ahead and get myself into that normal human sleeping schedule again already. I'm trying to do that in advance so that it's not such a horrible nightmare that first day back at school. This is my first year teaching these subjects, so that's going to be a little bit difficult. But I think they have it set up pretty well to where it should be pretty easy for me to just follow the program that they have and be able to teach it. I'm hoping. So we'll see what it's like. I'm looking forward to it. I really like history. I think this year is going to be a lot more fun for me than last year was, for sure. And I'm excited. I'm just nervous. You know, I'm nervous. Like anytime there's something new, I'm just nervous, you know, and I have those feelings of like, am I going to be good at this? Or I know I can be good at building relationships with kids. I know I can be good at being like a teacher and understanding what's going on with students. And I know I'm good at all of that stuff. It's like the content knowledge and the actual like teaching it part that I feel like is going to be the hard part for me, because I haven't had to do much of that. But I know that I know that I will care about them. I know that I will take an interest in their life. And I know that I will get along with them, at least for the most part, as long as they're not being complete turbo jerks. I know that I'm good at all of that stuff and like the classroom management stuff. It's just the actual like teaching of the subject and generating interest in history. That's the part that I'm kind of worried about and nervous about. But I'm gonna try my best to make it as fun as I can and try to make it as interactive as I can, instead of just making it me just spitting information at them. I'm gonna try to get them involved and like see what their thoughts are and get them actually like to think about the subjects and why they matter and stuff like that. That's my goal, because that's what I wanted in history. That's what I enjoyed whenever I took history classes in high school and college, was discussions, conversations, not just reading the textbook or having someone lecture at me. I think that is not super enjoyable. So yeah, I'm doing good, guys. I know that I don't sound super excited and super enthused and like super pumped, and I'm not. I mean, I'm tired, but I'm content. I'm happy with the direction things are going. I feel like I'm getting better every week, and that's really all I can ask for. So I know these are kind of long and I ramble a lot, but it's good for me to get this stuff out here. It makes me think about it and really evaluate what's going on. Instead of just letting everything happen to me or whatever, I try to actually like, this helps me like put my thoughts together and like kind of evaluate my week. So I do this, and then I go sit down with my journal and I like kind of write some stuff out, and kind of make a plan for next week. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy these. I hope you learn a little bit more about me with these. I hope at least what you take from this is that I'm human. I'm trying my best. We're all human. We're all trying our best. We're just trying to figure it out and make our way through life. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but you just kind of got to keep getting up every day and yeah, just keep on pushing through it. Try to make things as good as you can. So thanks for watching, guys. I love you. I appreciate you all watching this. Reach out to somebody you care about this week and tell them you love them, tell them you care about them, and tell them why. I would challenge you to do that this week. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace.